I guess I'm live. Oh, that's so crazy. Okay, also, let's see. We can get this thing going. Hey, everyone, waiting for a few people to join. Okay. Hey. All right, y'all. So, let's talk. I've got plenty to talk about. This should be an interesting show. It's gonna be a little bit off the cuff. It's just gonna be kind of, we just gonna fly with it. Let's see, how do I get here? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna mix my little situation because we are gonna talk. And we are calling this, I don't know, let me see what it tastes like first. Okay. Okay. We are gonna call that, that's gonna be juicy ginger. Okay, so I got my juicy ginger. And welcome. Yeah, let's talk. Let me see. I've got my ocean driftwood. I'm gonna light this real quick. Okay, I have been home cleaning all day. So I have my other candle burning, but I'm gonna hit this one up tonight. We'll see what this one is about. All right, get in here, y'all. Wish y'all come in. Comment down below. Let me know you here. Let me see what was this chat. Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's talk, y'all. First things first, thank y'all for anyone who participated in the poll because, oh, this smells so good. Because I really didn't know what we were going to be talking about, but now I kind of have an idea of where we're going to go. So I really don't, but, I kind of do, but I really don't. So anyway, I'm home. Who's home? Who's being affected by this whole corona situation? What's going on out here in these streets? This is crazy, y'all. So yeah, we definitely, I think what went out in the poll was talking about, let me check this real quick. Let's talk about sex. Okay, so that was top. Then second was C-rhoná. Y'all want to talk about C-rhoná, see what's going on with her. And then third is let's talk about single life. Oh gosh, I've got so much to say about that. Y'all, who's single? I want to know, of my followers, of my viewers, if you are single, put a 1 down in the comment section. Or you can put a 1 down in chat. If you are in a relationship, put a 2. And if you're married, put a 3. So I know who I'm dealing with. Because I'm definitely one. Your girl is single. So comment that. Let me see. Okay. All right, so if you are single, how long have you guys been single? That's actually really good. Yeah, how long have y'all been single? Because see, I've been single for a couple of years. So my single experience, it was like growing pains. I had to learn a little bit of things along the way. But I'm here now. So let me see my thing. Okay. So I guess first things first, what is your definition of single? Y'all comment down below what your definition of single is, and I'm gonna tell y'all mine. To me, single means you owe no one any explanations. You are not mentally, physically, emotionally tied to anyone. Like you're free. So that's single to me. Single means that you're free to date who you want. You're free to talk to who you want. I don't think, just in my own opinion, single life doesn't include sex. There's no sex involved in a single person's life because then you have an emotion, you have a physical connection. So that would, then put you in like a situationship and not necessarily single. So to me, single is single. There's no ties. You have zero ties. So yeah, going off of that, y'all comment down below what single is to you. Does single include sex? Does single mean there is no sex? Either way it goes, all I know is right now with the way C-rhoná is kicking everybody's behind and everybody's supposed to be in quarantine, it's messing up my dating life. Like, I had plans this weekend. I had 2 dates with 2 different people this weekend, and yeah, your girl's not going on any date because, you know, I don't know. If he like coughs, it looks like he's gonna yawn, and he better swallow that cough. I don't want to be in contact. I'm not sure about touching. Kiss who? Ain't gonna be none of that. I can't shake hands. I probably don't even want to sit at the same table with him. And then if we at the table, I don't know. Just it's affecting my dating life. So yeah, C-rhoná is shutting down stores and shutting down single people's spare time. So this is so good. If anybody is sipping with me, let me know what y'all sipping on. But so yeah, so Corona's out here doing his thing. I noticed in my stores, I was talking to someone and they're in New York State, and they said like everything is gone. They even told me that the hair grease is gone. I don't know who you trying to be cute for if you're stuck in your house. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy to me. Why are you guys like stockpiling hair grease? That's crazy. But it's all good. I think for here, the biggest thing that I saw people getting was toilet paper. And I think that's on the news. That's what everybody's been saying, like toilet paper, paper products, stuff like that. But I even saw, like, when I went, because I drink a lot of aloe. So I went to the store to get aloe. There is no aloe. Like, I mean, if you in your house hold up and you dying, like, why are you worried about your digestive health? But anyway, so there's no aloe. There's no, it's a whole bunch of stuff. So, hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, you said you catching up. Yes, girl. Catch up, catch up, catch up. So I want to see like what else. Now the kids are going to be out of school for a couple of weeks. That should be interesting, especially in my case. I have a child. She's dual enrollment, meaning she goes to college while she's in high school. So that kind of sucks because now she can't go to campus, like to her college classes. So I don't know how that's supposed to turn out, y'all. If y'all have kids, what are y'all doing with your kids? I know this whole homeschooling thing. Ooh, excuse me. But sometimes I think it's hard to homeschool your child when the work that they're doing is more advanced than the stuff that you did in 12th grade. So I don't know. It's just, I think if you have little ones, it's probably a little simpler. But then if you have children that are out of school and you have to work, especially if you're like a single parent, what do you do? Like, I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot. This is really, I think it's hitting the country kind of hard. And then the one thing that tripped me out, I was watching the debate. I was watching the little news conference thing they did with the president, and he said he's not getting tested because he's not showing signs. I thought the whole point of him being up there giving the whole speech was, directly, targeting their issue. You probably won't show signs initially. It's not like you walk up to somebody, you like, hey, how you doing? My name is Johnny. I got corona. You shake hands, and then 5 minutes after the conversation, boom, you coughing. That's not how it goes. You don't show signs. That's why quarantine is being put into effect. But I don't know what's going on with y'all president. He tripping. He told me he's not showing signs, so he doesn't need to be tested. Sir, your whole speech is about people shutting stuff down to let the disease manifest itself if it's there, putting people in quarantine. And I actually met someone, she works in a pharmacy, and she was saying, I met her in a grocery store 2 days ago, and she was saying that she thought that, oh, you put a one down single, hey. She said that why does she have to be quarantined if she's not the one that's sick? And I was just like, that sounds crazy, but okay. So I explained to her, like, you're being quarantined. It's not necessarily, you say you're not sick, that's because you're not sick today. So a lot of people are operating under that mind. I'm not sick, so I'm good. But then those will be the very ones infecting everybody because you didn't know that you were sick at the time that you were sick. So while you are here spreading everything, isn't that how all diseases work? Isn't that how AIDS and gonorrhea and chlamydia, a lot of these diseases and infections, that's how they work. You don't necessarily, the minute you get it, you don't know you're going to get it, because if you knew, you wouldn't do it, right? And then you go out here and you're behaving like a healthy person and you're infecting other people. That's the issue. So, you know, I don't know. Y'all president tripping. He tripping. But all right, make sure y'all are still commenting down below. If you're single, put a 1 in the comments. If you are in a relationship, put a 2. If you're married, put a 3. So I said, okay, so my thing, now going back to this whole single thing, and definitely comment down below how long y'all been single. So you said you've been single. I just saw a comment. So you've been single since March? Oh, wow. That's okay. So that's a long time, but single is focusing. Okay, so her definition is single is focusing on myself and no emotional ties. I like that. I didn't even put that part in there, focusing on yourself portion. But I think even when you're in a relationship, you should still focus on yourself, on improving yourself, but you have to think collectively. So yeah, I like that. That's a good one. Yeah, I've been single like maybe you've been single since last March. I've been single for like half a decade of Marches, I guess. You know, we're gonna leave it at there. But I think do you get a if you are single and you've been single for a while, is it like a stigma in being single? Do you notice like people they look at you and be like, why are you single? What you mean? Why am I single? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you single? Or this is what I get a lot. A lot of people don't believe that I have not met someone that mixes that gels well with me that I want to be with or that I think is worth pursuing a relationship. So they were like, no, I think you're just picky. You think I'm picky? I just haven't met the right connection. And they're like, I haven't made the right connection. But they swear it's something wrong with me. So if you're single, let me know if you encounter that too. Like people treat you like you're the leper, you the one with the problem because you're not in a relationship. Maybe, some people just choose to be single because they're focusing on other things like career, their children, their own, health, whatever the case may be. But I think that's crazy. Hold on one second. I got a message. Oh, okay. Single could be sex or no sex to me. Yeah, I agree it could. Now for me it's definitely none. No sex if I'm single. So, but yeah, then people they'll treat you like you did something wrong because you're single. First of all, being single is not necessarily a bad thing. Like if you're single and you really, really, really want a relationship and it's just not working, now that's the issue. But if you're single and you're cool with your singleness, I don't see what the problem is. What's the problem? So yes, hey, regular so YHWH, Garden of Eden, greetings, children of Zion. Hey, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you caught it too. We just started. We really ain't talking about anything. It's just a Saturday night, and everybody's coronaed in, so we chilling. I had a date tonight, but due to the coronavirus, I'm home. And I'm not going out because I swear if he yawns, he might get punched in the throat. I'm not playing them games. So I don't want anybody touching my food. As a matter of fact, I'll go back in the back of the restaurant and make my own plate. Like, it's just the date would not go well. So I canceled. I'm home. Corona has got me real single and real mad right now. So I'm just sitting at home sipping on, I don't know what I named her. I named her something earlier, spicy ginger or something, but so we're just gonna sit here and talk. We're talking about being single. If you're single, put a 1 in the comments. If you're in a relationship, put a 2, and if you're married, put a 3. So yeah, I have another question for y'all. Being single, I know one and happy. Woo woo, here we are. So being single, do you believe that it's possible for you to be single for too long? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what. This tequila, Jesus. Okay, anyway, yeah, do you believe it's possible to be single for too long? If so, let me know what that looks like. How can you tell that somebody has been single for too long? Yeah, see, I think, let me see what y'all saying. Said yes, okay. I I think you can tell someone's been single for too long when somebody likes them and they rather just like be home and be like be to their own devices, and they're not interested in calling. That person is showing interest, they're texting them. They're like the perfect person that they've been saying they wanted all this time, but then they can just find a million things wrong with them. I think they've been single for too long. Someone who gets a little bit too stuck in their ways, they're single too long. If you really, really like someone and you rather go out to dinner by yourself, you've probably been single too long. Like I do. I was talking to someone and they told me they didn't think it was possible. You said that's you? Which part? They said that it's not possible to be single for too long. And I was like, I don't agree. I think it's definitely possible because you start to look at things like, man, I would really like a relationship, but you know what? I'm not trying to be bothered with someone stinking up my bathroom. I'm not trying to wash dishes after someone. I don't want to have to explain to them that you have to wash your socks in pairs and then fold them up together. I don't want to have to roll over and look at you breathing hard in my face. You know what? I'm gonna just be single. You keep your place, I keep my place. We meet up. We have like designated days throughout the week that we hook up and hang out, go have a good time. But other than that, cut. We're not doing this. See, I think yeah, you can get complacent, and that's the issue. Especially if you say you want a relationship, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to give and take. Let me see what these comments talk about. What are these comments hitting for? He said, "Oh, I'm gonna catch up on yes, yes. Come on, catch up on that stuff later. Come on, Joe, keep up with us." Says single and just enjoying myself. I refuse to date down and all the above that you mentioned. I think dating down, intolerant. Yeah, intolerance is a thing. That's what happens. You tend to, if you see intolerance in a person, they've probably been single for too long. And okay, so dating down. Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay, let's go there. So, okay, first of all, if you are used to interracial dating, comment down below. I am an interracial dater, but I have not had that many interracial relationships. Now, the reason, yes, interracial. Okay, the reason I say that is because you said dating down. Hypergamy is a thing. Does anyone know what hypergamy is? I know y'all know what hypergamy is. But anyway, so I'm not going to go into definitions. I'm just going to talk. So, in dating down, if you date in the black community, right? Because, as y'all can see, I mean, your girl ain't white, but okay. So, if you date in the black community, do you notice that when you reach a certain place, that you find yourself having to either dumb down mentally or settle for less than where you are or what you're doing in your life? Do you notice that? Like, I'm gonna give an example. Me being a woman, if I'm making $150,000 a year, I have my own everything. I'm just looking for a mate. I personally don't believe that I'm going to be able to be with successfully a woman. I mean, a man that is used to dating women who make $20,000 a year and they expect him to pay bills and do this and do that. Because I think sometimes when men get with women like that, not all men, just sometimes, they tend to look at it like, I can buy her this, I can pay for that, she'll be okay with this. And if a man, not all of them, but if a person is in a position to control, if they're in a better financial position to you, that puts them in a position to manipulate situations. Excuse me, I'm gonna just call it what it is. It is. Sometimes people think that if they pay the bills, that they run the show. So when a man runs into a woman who is making 150, $200,000, and let's say he's only making 100 or 60 or whatever they make out there these days, um, you can't buy her. If she makes $200,000 a year, what do you think your little $80 is gonna do? Like, a little $100, $150 meal. What do you think that's gonna do? So at that point, it becomes a thing where you have to be way more creative. You got to be more savvy than, hey, I have $1 and I can dangle this dollar over you to get you to do what I want, or I can threaten to take this dollar away. And you will have to dance to the beat of my drum or figure out how to make ends meet. See, so when you meet somebody with money, you can't lead with money. And I think dating down financially, that's kind of a big thing, because I've heard from a couple of people that in the black community, these women are out here doing things for themselves, and a lot of times these men, if they are on that level, they don't want that woman. They don't want her. They want somebody who, I guess, quote unquote, needs them for certain things. But then when they get that woman, then they complain that women only want me for my money. Women only want me to do this and they only want to use me for that. And women are always about $1 and da 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 da. You get those complaints. But if you find someone who doesn't want you for your money, what else do you bring to the table? That's the question. So, also, I think intellect is a big deal too. You know, you date down. I've noticed, like, sometimes if a woman is fairly smart, sometimes you have to not use the words that you're accustomed to using. Sometimes you have to use other words. Like, being in the South, you know, there are a lot of smart people here, but just because, you know, they may not necessarily be as book smart. Well, I mean, not even say that, because sometimes they are, but not as well spoken as another person. They feel like they have to dumb themselves down, but in reality, they're really smart people. You just have to give them a chance. So I think sometimes it can look a certain way, but that's not necessarily how it is. Oh, let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Oh, you said you wish you could smell my smell my candle. It smells amazing. I'm about to blow it out though because I'm getting hot. I don't know if it's the candle or the tequila, but sun, you know, the sun is, yeah. Um, Says, I'm not dumbing down. I'll educate, but eventually I get tired of educating. I just want men to come correct. Oh, sounds like me. Okay. He says, I can make zero and you still can't buy me. Hello. All right now. I like that. Let's see. I just can't dumb down for black males or any ethnicity of male who refuse to grow up, aka bring up your vibration to a mature adult. They get jealous of black women wanting us to need them. There it is, okay? And the man got to be mentally stronger, and a lot of times they can't step up. Okay, now I think that's the thing too. Um, I'm not gonna go that deep. Not right now. I won't go that deep. But I think this goes all the way back, y'all. This goes all the way back to, you know, when we came over in ships and stuff. Because buck breaking is a real thing. You know, it's a real thing. They did that. And not only did that, you know, physically, that physical assault on men affect them a certain way. I think it affected the, you know, I know for a fact it affected them mentally. Because that's the thing, if you can't beat someone physically, what's the next best way to control them? You have to control them mentally. And I think that's a lot of times why you find so many black women caping for men, because I mean, we've been doing that for a long time now. And I don't understand. I don't know what happened. I don't know if, you know, in the 80s, these parents, you know, were letting these kids eat paint. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like there's just a real weirdness from, like, men that are, like, in their 30s and below. It's like something is just not connecting. I don't know what happened to cause this weirdness, but it is like, it's just like a whole nother world dating these babies, these lean babies. It's just different. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. It says the men got to be a lot stronger, and a lot of times they can't step up. Facts. Sometimes it boils down to common sense, foresight, and being considerate. Sleeper cells. All right now. Be stating facts, and they think you talking down to them, trying to bring awareness and knowledge. It's above age 45 too. Is it? Because I was saying I really don't want anyone less than 40, but then I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I met a 43 and he act like someone told him he was cute when he was like in his 20s, and for some reason he was still stuck in that he could just do what he wanted to do. I'm like, okay, you are entirely too old. You have way too many gray hair to still be out here thinking, you know, doing that. That doesn't work. So yeah, I guess it's not even an age thing. I don't know what's going on. Something's in the water. So I'll stick to Purify, y'all. Okay, so I call myself trying to be cute, and I put monk fruit. I had golden monk fruit around the outside, and it was just a little bit too thick. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like sticking to my lip gloss now. This is great. Okay, I got a comment. Hold on. So this comment says, "What's up with non-black males and the only jokes they know are racial?" Listen, when you say non-black, so you talk about white men cracking jokes and you're a black woman. First of all, you know, I laugh and I kiki with the best of them. But I tell you what, you say something stupid if you want to, kiki hell. What? Now you got to cut that from the gate. That shouldn't even be. We're not gonna crack jokes about certain things because see, I get serious, and then the joke go. You know, you thought you was joking. Now you realize you in a full fledged situation you wasn't even ready for. Now let me see what these comments say. They think if you're not Chinese or Jewish, you still won't take offense. Oh, you're talking about while they're with non-black people or with you making fun of other races. Oh, see, I don't play jokes about. We're not gonna really, you know. I mean, you can say something, but you can't be offensive. So I think you just have to let them know, like, hey, I'm not cool with that. You know, that's not okay. That's it. Just stay how you feel. I don't know. I haven't experienced a whole bunch of that. But I don't know. It says I'm trying to apply this Aztec clay mask on my hair, and he had me over here. Hey, clay mask. I need to do look. I need to do something. I'm not gonna do it tonight though. It's not gonna happen. Yes. Okay. So let me see. Dating black men. Okay. So yeah, since we were talking about that, that's kind of like perfect. What's going on with these black men? And I say black men, I only say black men because that's what I've had the most experience with right now at this point in my life. I date interracially, but here in Georgia, I don't know. I'm not really seeming to find what I'm looking for. But anyway, so I'm gonna just say men. What's up with these men and this whole like marriage equals a slave or some type of a maid or what? What's that? It says I'm about to cross over. Please do take me with you. Grab my hand. We gonna go together because I am so for it. Like I don't. I mean I don't have like the stigmas of oh they won't understand me. They won't do this. They won't do that. There's a lot of people who don't understand me. You know I have people I went to school with. We grew up in the same type of environment, same cultures, and they don't understand me. So I don't. That doesn't. That's not. I think it's a cop out. But anyway. What's up with this thing like marriage equals servitude? Because I can understand. I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm at a certain place in my life where I'm not looking to get married to someone and have they raggedy had them. I mean, excuse me, and have their children. I don't want that. That's not the life I'm looking for. You keep all that, and I don't want them to have mine. So, but I'm looking. You know, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, marriage, we're gonna be together. We're gonna start a family." I don't want to start a family with you if that requires me carrying a child or you carrying one. I'm good. You keep that. But you know what I would like is a partner and somebody that I could grow with and we could, you know, come together. But all that, you know, I don't know. I want someone that's gonna cook, clean, and bust it wide open. Listen, first of all, if all I bring to the table is the fact that I can cook you a meal, that I can clean up after you, I guess, why? And, you know, I can bust it, then, I mean, you could pay for those things. And then here we go, back to the being single for too long, because I'm weighing that against that, single against servitude. I'm like, you know what? Single really ain't all that bad. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Where we going tonight? Well, we ain't going nowhere right now because C-rhoná done shut the city down. But you know, no, I'd rather be single than to play those games. So I don't know. I noticed that a lot lately. Like, not so much like I guess like a decade ago. Those weren't the requirements or the desires that I heard when people talked about marriage. They talked about unity and stuff like that. Now it's like I want someone that's gonna cook and clean. I need someone that's gonna be there and take care of the kids. Whose kids? I'm not taking care of them little ugly ass kids. I'm not doing it. No, don't they got a mama? And if I'm their mama, don't they got a daddy? Like, I ain't about to do all that. I can't. Hold on, let me see these comments. Okay, it says marriage and or committed relationship equals doormat to them. See, and yeah, I'm not okay with that because I want someone that's like, you know, I want someone that's gonna That's gonna bring fun, someone to laugh with, someone to joke with. Cause I'm about silly as hell. Like I like to have a good time. I like to go out. I want to share my life with someone, but I don't want to be your slave. I actually had a conversation with a friend, and he said, "Well, you know, I don't. I would when I told him, I was like, someone to go to movies with, someone to laugh. You know, someone that gets me, that we're building together. We come together and we build together. That's what I'm looking for." And he was like, "Well, I don't want a friend. I'm looking for I'm looking for a wife. I'm not looking for a friend." Excuse me? If we're not friends, we're not anything. So I'm not here to be your servant. I'm not going, that's not what I'm here for. You know, besides that, I have a whole career. And you know, his comment was like, so that he said he would prefer, he wants to meet a girl. He's like, I just want somebody who's young that I can mold. Okay, first of all, you got insecurities, little man. Second of all, he was like, I want someone that she doesn't have much, so that she can just move in and come over here and help me with the kids, do this and that and the other. And I know, like, he jokes around, but to say stuff like that, there's a lot of truth, you know, riddled all up throughout there. And he really meant what he said. And to me, I'm like, hold on, I'm not going to your house to take care of them little ugly ass kids. Well, not his, because they're cute, but still, mm, you know, they cute, but they yours. I'm not doing that. So you know, I feel like a lot of times that's how a lot of these guys are looking at stuff now. It's like, I'm gonna get a girl, I'm gonna get her while she's young, I'm gonna mold her. First of all, if she got with you when she was 20 years old and you're old at behind was like 30 something, 40 years old, what makes you think when because she's a baby right now, when she gets her sense and she hits about 24 to 28, what in the world makes you think that she's not going to take you for everything you have? She's going to look at you and be like, what in the world, this pervert? Oh, okay, so I can come up off of this. And I'm not saying every 20-year-old girl hits that point. I mean, if she's smart, she will. If she knew me, she will, because I'm going to help her get there fast. But anyway, she's gonna get to a point where she's gonna look and be like, hold on, you're old. You know, you were cute when you were 40 because a little salt and pepper, you look seasoned. Now you saggy because you like 55 years old, and I've been sitting here giving you all my life, and I'm about to leave out my 20s. I got to move on. And now you're too old to even fight to keep her. So it's like you want this girl that you can mold, but that's all insecurities. Why not get someone who is on your level, who you don't have to mold, but who you can grow with? And that's what I want. I don't want anybody's baby. Listen, I can't tell y'all, I don't know what it is. These little 22, 23-year-old boys be coming up to me. I'm like, look, I got kids your age. Please go. Somebody come get your son. I can't do this. I'm not going to jail for you. But, you know, so, I mean, I'm not saying that these kids are innocent, because I get hit on by little boys all day long. But at the end of the day, you know, I just barely raised my own. I ain't raising nobody else's kids. So, let me see what these comments are hitting for. Jesus, that 1800 is ooh, I'm sweating. It's I can't stand you. I know, girl. I know, right? That's basic, so that would make me look at them as a basic dude. Yeah, they just, I'm like, who doesn't cook? Who doesn't clean their house? You know, who doesn't like to have sex? I mean, if she's not liking to give it to you, either you're not good at it, or she's not attracted to you. You know what I mean? For the most part. Okay. What else? Let me see. Send him back home to his mama. Exactly. I'm like, I can't do this. You know, you weren't finished baking. Put him back in the oven. She got to finish baking him, because no. They want the moon and the stars and give 10% impartial respect. That's a big thing too. I always say, be that of which you desire. So if you, anything that you want of me, you probably should be that and more. And if you're not, don't ask me to be that. And I don't believe that, you know, I have to be 50 and you have to be 50 and we come together. No, I should really be 100. If I'm not, that should be my goal, to get to 100. You should be working on being 100. And then when we come together, you are in control of your own happiness, and I'm in control of my own happiness. But see, it makes me happy to see you happy. And if both of us have that same interest, then, you know, then nothing comes between that, because we're working together. Everything just, you know, I'm here to please you, you're here to please me. But in the process of me pleasing you, I'm pleasing myself, and that turns you on, and vice versa. I don't see what the issue is. But I see a lot of people that are they're broken, and they try to get into these unions and they try to make things work, or you get with someone and you just so happen to get pregnant, and now it's like, or get a girl pregnant, now it's like, okay, we have to throw together this makeshift relationship, we got to make it work, we got to do this, we got to do that, and it's like you put in the cart before the horse. Now you trying to go back and reverse things and fix it, but you just never get it right. So I don't know. Let me see. Mask all up. Friends first. Yes, exactly. If we can't be friends, what can we be? If we can't be friends, we can't be lovers. It says that's because he's insecure. I agree 100%. Hold on, let me approve this. Let me see what this is about. Yeah, what y'all talking about? It says, yep, that's what he wants. Because if he meets a woman who has her ish together, she doesn't need him and won't tolerate dumb ish. So they get someone without ish, So without the man, they're not. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, it's easier. Well, I guess if you're a manipulative individual, or you have that quality to be that. Because it can be a quality to be manipulative. So I'll just say you have that characteristic. I won't necessarily say quality. You have a manipulative characteristic about yourself. Yeah, you would always go after what seems to be the easy kill. You don't want anything that's a challenge, because a challenge is like, wait a minute, nope, they're gonna challenge you to be a better man or woman, because I've seen women that ain't ish too. So it's like that person is going to challenge you to be the best you, and you don't want to be the best you want to be lazy and stay where you are, but you still want things to be your way. Now that whole phrase, your cake and eat it too, I mean, if I had some cake in front of me, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat it. So but I get what they say, you know, you want your cake and eat it too. You're supposed to eat your cake, but what you're not supposed to do is eat the whole cake. Or what you're not supposed to do is eat your cake and then want to eat mine too. That's what you can't do. And I think that that way, that feeling of just wanting to control situations, and just, I want that because that's simple, and then wanting to mold somebody and create them into who you want them to be. So now you're manipulative. Now you ruining somebody else's future. You playing with somebody else's mind, because it's easier than actually meeting someone and elevating yourself. Crazy to me. What y'all talking about? It says older men look at young women as projects. Perverts. Yeah, I guess. I think they look at young women as those kindergarten puzzles, those puff book puzzles. I think that's what it is. And they're like, it's just so simple because we could put all the pieces here, but they don't account for the fact that you're dealing with somebody who is an individual. This is a person, it's a human. So, it's fun when everybody's teenagers and early 20s and, easily swayed. It's not so much fun when that 20 turns 30 and she's like, I just gave my life to this idiot, and now I want to figure out who I am. That's when all hell breaks loose, when a person grows up and they're like, hold on, I never had a chance to figure out who I am. I want to figure out who I am. And now you old, and you got saggy balls and you gray hair, and now she trying to figure out who she is. What you gonna do? There's nothing. You can't do anything but watch them little ugly kids that you gave her, because now she's out there running the streets trying to figure out life, and that's your fault because you took her childhood from her. Oh well. It says that's the type of women they want. Section 8 welfare recipients that they can save with a little piece of change. Doormat. Or or the ones that aren't necessarily in that position, but the ones that are coming fresh from just anything wounded, fresh from a bad relationship, or fresh from just something where they can swoop in and save somebody. Says because the goal for them isn't to grow. Very true. That's what I guess that's what it boils down to. You're right. Nobody's trying to grow. They don't want to grow. They want to stay where they're at. Says that's why they start to beat them. Most controlling narcissists thing like that, get a young girl to program her. Exactly. When she doesn't fall in line. Then what way can you control her? Because mentally, you seeing that this child that you got is growing up. So mentally, she's elevating. The only other way to really control her is through force, or to let her go. And if you've given her a baby or two and you're an older individual, you're not going to let that young girl go. You're not going to let her go because now you feel like you've put work into her and you've created who she is. Now she's not going, and unfortunately sometimes it does result in physical contact, and that's crazy to me. It says, you're very youthful. Oh, thank you. I'll take it. You know, I look a little crazy. I be looking crazy when I come out here. Honestly, it's just because, I mean, I'm grown. I'm secure in who I am. So if I'm secure with my mess, they're like, who in the world's going to say anything to me? Who going to check me, boo? You know, but thank you. I appreciate that. It says, they want to grow but can't effectively contribute to the cause. Yup. Narcissists. Little boys in men's bodies out here fooling people. Oh my gosh. Yes. Says, I'm wondering at what point men will realize these young girls won't stay young and dumb forever. When they cheating on them, that's when they realize it. Or when they, because that's the thing. Or I think it happens with young people too. But I think that's what creates this type of person, because it can happen both ways. But I'm just speaking because I am a woman, from what I've seen older men try. And some of them succeed and some don't. The crazy part to me is when you get a person who you know is out of your league, or you knew she was a hoe all throughout high school, you know exactly who she was, and she Black China you, and now you sitting here hating all women, running around here treating women bad because you've given your life to this girl, but you gave it to Black China. What did you expect her to be other than what she is? Excuse me, like, how in the world did you expect this to go? Because see, I could have told you, I'm sitting here, I could have told you from a mile away how this is going to end. You now, all through your 20s, you've given everything to this girl. She's ran up your credit, spent all your money, dogged you out, just did whatever she wanted to do, finally left you, and now you're a wounded puppy. Now you're in your 30s and you run into somebody like me who has their stuff together, and you want to treat me bad because you allowed her to dog you. Or men get in their 30s and they don't trust their own judgment because they've picked bad person after bad person after bad person. Women are guilty of this too. They do the same thing. They get older. You have a history of picking bad men, and then you get older and you don't trust your own judgment. So then you just start treating everybody like they're garbage. Like, you can't do that. That's insane to me. Hold on, let me see what y'all talking about. Because I'm that friend that comes along and puts my young friends on how to boss up. And yeah, all right now. And that's why people need to start believing what people show you. You can look at potential, but pay close mind to who they are now. Very true. So, I have a question for everybody. So, do you ever think about being single forever? Because I have thought about that. I have thought long and hard about that. And I really, really would love to share my life. My life is pretty lit. Like, I have some really awesome things about myself, you know, my environment, just life itself. I love life. But I'll be like, I kind of want to share with somebody. So, yeah, we're gonna call this sweet heat or sweet ginger, hot ginger. Let me see what y'all say. Yes, I have in the past, but not recently. I noticed more so around holidays. Okay. It says, no, why would you be single forever? That's just silly. It's not necessarily silly for everybody. And the reason I say that is because if you've been single for a period of time, I mean, naturally, if you've been single for 6 months, it's like, man, okay, I've been single for 6 months. Go ahead, glow up. If you've been single for 4 years, that's the typical time it takes to get a bachelor's degree. So now you got your bachelor's degree, you're done with school, but you're still single. You want a relationship. Not like you're single pushing people away. You're single and you want a relationship, but nothing has really manifested. You date, but whatever. All right. So now after that, you go ahead for your master's, get your master's. Now, you know, what if you've been single for like 7, 8 years, 9 years? I think that's a normal, you know, thought to say, well, damn, am I going to be single forever? Like, this is crazy. So that's why I asked that question, because I've been single for years and not by choice. People always say, like, oh, it's your choice. No, I do need great guys, but either they want something I can't give them, or, you know, it just is not going to work. So I don't know. I do think about that. Like, man, I mean, I love being single. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't see it as like, you're not a leper because you're single. But I'm like, I would love to share my life with somebody that's healthy. If it's not healthy, I don't want it. I'll take single over that. But yeah, like that's a, like for me, that's a thought. I'm like, damn, I wonder if I'm gonna be single forever. Hold on. Date people for their values. Of course, I think that's definitely what you do, but what happens if you're not meeting that? You're just not meeting what it is that that you need to make you want to be in a relationship. Says I thought about it, but I'm gonna cross over first. I told you when you cross over that line, listen, take my hand, let's go together. Please, let's go. The amount of successful black women married is low, so the fear is accurate. Exactly. I think it's just when you start to get into certain places in your life, either age, financial places. Like, let's be real. A woman making $200,000 that's single, that does not, let's be real, does not want children, um, is fairly mentally stable and is not, out here looking to jump into something, but is open. I don't see her, I just don't see it happening like that. I don't see relationships coming as easy as when, she was probably making $40,000, $50,000 and she ran in different circles. I don't see it. I don't see it. Hold on. It says it is good to be chased and channel that sex energy into another field. I agree, but what sex energy do you mean? How do expound on that? It says, I'll be single until the Messiah parts those skies and comes for his bride and 144,000 of his people. You better talk that talk. See, that's why I like you. This is, I'll get my husband in that new kingdom the book of Revelation speaks of. It says, I want to emphasize that there's nothing wrong with being single. Oh yeah, that was earlier in the video that we were talking about that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if a person is single, just because you're happy being single doesn't mean you want to die alone. Let's make that clear. So you can be happy and comfortable being single, but that doesn't mean that you want to be single for the next 40 years. It just doesn't, or 50 years. That doesn't mean that. So to be happy single and comfortable single are two different things. I'm a happy person regardless of what I'm in. I'm comfortable in my single status. So because I'm comfortable, earlier we talked about being too comfortable. Like, can you be single for too long or be too complacent in that single status to where it works as a detriment? So that's something to think about. Yes, girl, fairly mentally stable. So what about TT? Listen, okay, look, I love me some TT and I'll be on it, but see, your girl has been working like 60 plus hours a week. I've been super busy. Now this weekend, I'm sipping on my flower power. I don't even know what it is anymore, but I'm sipping on that. Once we get off this chat, I'm gonna go ahead because I already edited my TT video and I'm going to do the commentary on that. And yeah, TT will be back up Wednesday. We only have a couple more episodes. And also tomorrow, they're supposed to be showing the Ray J, Ray J, whatever that is. So I was gonna check that out. I don't know. I don't even know who the woman is that he's married to. Here's the thing, I don't watch television, y'all. I'm like totally removed. I didn't even know anything about the C-rhoná until my sister and people started to listen. You need to get on. I don't have Instagram. Well, I do, but I don't. I've taken off the apps for Instagram, Facebook. I have no social media interactions. I don't watch television. I don't think I've even seen my remote probably in like about 4 or 5 months. I know nothing of nothing. So I'm totally removed from that outside world just because like I like to live in reality. So, whatever. But because of that, I don't even know who Ray J is married to, but I guess there's some cute little girl and they got some cute little kids and so I'm gonna check that out tomorrow and I'll probably try to do that commentary tomorrow night and put that up for y'all. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely gonna get on that TT. So I apologize. I've just been working really hard this week. I have goals, y'all. I have goals. I have put something up on my Instagram. My goal was to and also I did a video on here for the new year and I want to say my goal was to save $30,000. So I've been working my butt off because that's my goal to save for the year, and then knock off 20,000 off of my student loan debt. So, you know, I have goals. So I've been working. Sorry, but I'm gonna get on that TT for you. What y'all talking about? It says, yes, you can be single for too long. Are you still doing TT? Yes, absolutely. Okay. That's an issue of mine. What part is the issue of yours? Being single gives us a chance for self-work. I mean, yeah, self-work, but who wants to, I mean, if you've been working on yourself for 55 years and you haven't figured it out now, by now, you need to give up. You know, you need to ask somebody else to work on you, because the work you doing ain't working. Yeah, my commentary, I promise, Fear061, I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on it. And it's essential to do self-work. Absolutely. That's what I say. If you are not improving yourself, here's the thing. Every relationship I've been in, I haven't had a bunch, but I've had enough, and I've dated a lot of people. But anyway, every relationship I've been in, I can always say he did this wrong and he did that wrong, and I can go down the list. Because here's the thing, I've never been broken up with. No one has ever left me, and the reason they've never left me is because I'm a good woman. But a lot of times people will not leave you if they feel like being with you, they get more benefit. They get to do what they want, come and go as they please. Excuse me, Lord. This is, I'm sorry, y'all. That's that, you know, it's tequila. But they get to do as they please, come and go, treat you how they want to treat you. You're not going to go anywhere, still have the benefit of you there. So I like to know, no one has ever left me, broken up with me. I've always been the one to walk away from the relationship. But I feel like when people's actions start to, they don't coincide with what we initially agreed upon when we entered into the relationship, that's you telling me that you want to be single. That's you telling me that you want the relationship to be over. So I always tell people, I'm the one to say it's over, but you've shown me way before I've said those words that you didn't want to be here, that you didn't appreciate your position, you didn't respect me in my position, or that, you know, this is not, you don't have the words to say, hey, I want out. So I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna let you free, and that's what I do. So, you know, I think it says, yeah, so after every relationship, I look at things and I'm like, hey, he did this, he did that, he did that. What did I do? And if I legit can't think of anything I did, I need to think harder, because no one's perfect. We've all done something. So after a relationship, you have to figure out, what part did you play? And if he did 10 things wrong, what did you do to either cause those things or to not make those things better? Not make the situation better, that you could have prevented those. What did you do? Because you played a part. If you didn't play a part, that means you weren't in the relationship. So yeah, self-work, you got to do your work. And I feel like if you're going into another relationship and you have baggage, you didn't do the work, or you didn't fully complete what you were supposed to learn from it. Because you should be able to take that relationship and say, wow, that relationship sucked, but I got out of it. Or say, you know what, that relationship was really good, but next one I'm going to try this different because I want a different result. So you definitely, if you're not working on yourself, you're not ready to move on to the next relationship. This is in between relationship, self-work. Exactly. I get used to not answering to anyone and not having a balance of love, work, family. So it's a struggle when I do start dating. Okay. So that's interesting. It says you get used to not answering to anyone and not having the balance of love, work, family. You need to, but if, okay, so in other words, you mean you don't like giving up your independence. You don't like giving up your come and go as you please. Yeah, that's a personal thing. You have to work on, are you selfish? Are you a little selfish? Because if you got a little bit of selfish in you, you're not going to want to give those things up, because you don't want someone to come in and start to tell you. Or you need to not pick men who are so dominant and so quick to, you know, want a boss. If they come in through the door trying to boss up, it only gets worse from there. So yeah, that's interesting. Says, yes, look, the same thing. MBB, yes. Says she loves her personality and character. She's humble. Yes. No one has ever left me, and I can have all of them immediately. Exactly. I think that's the thing. Like, if you can't, If you looking at exes and you have exes and you can't get them back, there's work for you to be done. There's work to be done. If there's an ex and you can't get them back, there's work to be done. So and that's the thing. I try to put myself in a position where there's not a single one of them that I could not have back if I wanted them. But at the end of the day, I don't want them. I do not listen, y'all. Look, I don't want them because I had you, and it's something about you that made me say nope. So even if me and you were at our worst, and now years later, you're like, no, I've improved that, or we're in a different space. We surely are, and I wish you well. Godspeed. What do these comments talk about? Yeah, I think they do want to come back to a good thing. For me, I've had a couple of exes say stuff like, well, I didn't believe that you were who you were. And then once it was over and I moved on, now when they're in my friend, when they're in my life as a friend, they see that I was genuine, that who I was to you, that was not a facade, that's who I am. But now that you're a friend, because I have very distinct roles for people, a friend will be a friend, you stay a friend. I don't have sex with friends. Friends are friends, and once you become a friend, you're a friend for life. So you better make sure that's where you want to be, because you don't come out of there. There's no way out. It's called the friend zone, dead zone. Stay there. If in a relationship I treat you a certain way, I don't cheat. I've never cheated a day in my life. I never will. I'll leave you first. Like, I will leave you high and dry. I'll leave you dead in the center of the street before I cheat on you. I'll leave you. So, but because I don't cheat, I think sometimes people, if you're a cheater, you're going to believe that everybody cheats. If you're a liar, you're going to believe that everybody lies. So when you meet somebody who is the complete opposite of who you are, you're just not going to trust it until you become a friend and you see them with somebody else. And you're like, wait a minute, look how loyal she is to that person. I want that back. It's too late. You got to let it go. So yeah, they always want to come back to something when they realize that it is exactly what they presented. That woman is exactly who they presented themselves to be. They just didn't trust it. Or men too, because it goes both ways, y'all. It goes both ways. Let me see. It says, can you have a special friend intimacy and not catch those certain feelings? I can't give my body like that, Marietta. Oh, can you have, okay, so in the beginning I asked everyone type down your definition of single. Because to me, single means no emotional, physical, mental ties. I'm not going to have sex with you, or I'm not single. Because this is how I believe. I believe in dating multiple people. So it's kind of hard to do when you are emotional, when you are physically tied to another person. I think it's possible. And to be honest with you, I could do it. Let me see. A special friend and not catch certain feelings. I could, but that would be me turning off my humanity. And I feel like this. Why would I want to engage in a sexual act with someone and not have feelings for them? I want those feelings because I'm not going to fight nature. And nature tells me sex feels good. And on top of sex feeling good, it feels good who I'm with. And the more sex I have with you, the deeper my connection is with you. I don't want to have one without the other. If I'm having one without the other, I probably have a bad relationship with sex. So then you have to get a handle on your relationship with sex. And a lot of times that comes from spirituality. I'm not going to go deep into that because not everybody believes in God. And just because you say you believe in God, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody serves the same God, if you know what I'm saying. So I ain't gonna go to, we can do another live on that if y'all want to, but I believe that, we are so quick to give our bodies to people, but we're not that quick to give our minds or to give our hearts. Especially like, people who are really guarded. If you see a man or a woman, it's like, they just cold. They'll sleep with you in a heartbeat. They'll sleep with you before they even know your last name. But ask them to sit down and have a real conversation and show you their heart. You'll never make it to their heart. They'll never really tell you what's in their mind, but they're quick to give their genitals. This is how I feel. I can give you my mind. You act stupid, I'll take it back. I can give you my heart. You abuse it, I'll take it back. What I cannot take back is giving you my body. If I give you my genitals, I can't take that back. You've taken a part of me. So I guard that more than my heart and my mind. You can have my mind. I mean, I'll let you play with it. You can't really have it. But you know, you can do what you want to do with it. Let's see what you're going to do. Are you going to abuse the fact that I've given you me? If you abuse it, I'll snatch it back. That's why I will leave you. But, you know, I'll give you my heart. I love everybody. I love everybody. From the gate, I love you. So it's not hard for me to fall for a guy and give him my heart. First of all, I have kids, so you only gonna get a part of it, and I've got common sense, so you're not gonna get, you know, so you can't have that either. But I'm gonna give you my heart to let you play with it, and I'm gonna watch you, and I'm gonna see what you do with it. And if you abuse that privilege that I've given you, you will never get access to my body, because once I give you that, I can't take that back. So anyone I sleep with gets a part of me. So to answer your question, is it possible? I can be the coldest MF you've ever met in your life. You know, I can be that, but by nature, I'm not that. So I could turn that off. Yes, I could. I can engage in a sexual relationship with someone and feel absolutely nothing for them. But at the end of the day, if I'm not feeling anything for you, what am I really getting out of this? And if I don't have control of my genitals, then I will be using my genitals, excuse me, in place of real connection. And that's how you get clouded, because I believe, just me personally, when you introduce sex into a relationship, you start to sex can cloud your judgment. So if you go into a relationship and sex is not a part of it, then you get to see what the real bond is. And once we have that bond, to introduce sex will just elevate what we already have. Now, that doesn't mean that I have limits. I don't have a date. I don't have a time. It's not a certain amount of time you have to date someone or know them in 90 days or 60 days or 20 days. I wouldn't care if it was 2 hours. If the connection is there and you're in tune with your inner self, you should have no problem discerning whether or not this person deserves access to your body or not. Simple as that. So if you're having trouble making that, you know, if deciding whether or not this person deserves access to you, then maybe because you have not done the right level of inner searching, inner work, to where your sixth sense is not in tune. If you're not in tune with nature, you're gonna make bad decisions. You gotta get your mind, your spirit, and your body, you know, your soul. You have to get all of that in tune. You all have to operate on one. You can't give yourself in a certain way but hold other parts of you back, because that right there should let you know you're doing something that is not, everything is not in alignment. If you have to only give this part of you but pull this part away, you're fighting yourself. That's not a battle I want to have. If I give you, I want you to have all of me. And if you can't handle all of me, you're not the man for me. You know, simple as that. It says, I totally agree. I've done my work and learned my lesson. And yes, I'm a little selfish. You're a little bit selfish. Yeah, you peacefully disagree. He said, I can't either, but a lot of my single friends can. I'm wondering, are they lying to themselves? Yep, I know women that do too. I wonder too. I don't think it's that they're lying to themselves. I think it's that they're telling themselves the truth, and the truth is that they like that. Here's the thing: you don't want to become a slave to anything. They like that sexual, the act of having sex, but they don't know how to handle the emotional side that comes to it, so they shut that switch off. That's what it is. And if you're able to do that on a regular basis, over time you become numb. You turn into a real cold person, and you get stuck in that rut. You're not able to pull yourself out because you've allowed yourself to separate, you know, sex from the person. If I have to separate the two, obviously you're not the one for me. You're not the one. So I can give you my body, but I can't give you my mind and my heart. That's backwards. You should be able to freely give your heart and your mind, your body, and your body will follow. It says my exes are with women and try to come back to me lying about me. Yes, I make sure to give them one. Oh, mama. Yes. Girl, that should be a sermon. Aw. Exactly, the soul tie. You're tying your soul to somebody. How many people you gonna tie with your soul, tie your soul to it? When you get done doing all that tying, what's left of you? You've lost yourself. You know, you ever look in someone's eyes and you can just see that they're soulless, and you watch how they carry themselves, and it's like they have no respect for other people, and it's not a nastiness, it's not a meanness, but you almost feel bad for them because you can just feel their energy. You could feel off of them that they're lost. That's a real thing. I don't think people can just continue to be that person and be that person and be that person and keep high spirits about themselves. No, you're like she said, soul ties. Your soul ain't, you don't have a limitless amount of soul. You keep on tying and keep on tying and keep on tying, and then you're gonna run out. So yep, I'll sit back and watch you reveal yourself. Exactly. So they get frustrated with this higher vibration Virgo. No sex. Mentally stimulate me with conversation, starting with what their faith is. What's their relationship with the Most High God? You better talk about it. I mean, hey, when you operate at a higher vibration, you can look at certain things and you be like, I just don't understand why you're doing what y'all are doing. Why are y'all doing? It just doesn't make sense to me. That's so backwards. Said you love her views. I know, right? Isn't she dope? Said I'm good in every area. I've reached my career goals. My income is fine. My external life, home, car, debt free. I'm trying to get like you. I'm working on that debt free part. I'm working on it. I need a little bit more time. I think in about two and a half years, I should be totally debt free if everything goes the way it's been going. If things get accelerated, y'all will hear about it because I'm gonna be out here tap dancing in the middle of the street. But yes, okay, debt free. My friends, family is good. Intimacy is the only thing I'm missing. Why is that? Why is that the case, right? Okay, I'm not debt free, but this other stuff, like you said, career goals, you're supporting yourself, you're happy inside and out. You just, life is pretty dope for you. You got stuff going for you. Got your home, got your car, intimacy, you suck, right? But then it's like you got the flip side of that. You see people who have nothing together, but that intimacy part, they are locked in like that. And I'm just like, why can't I want it all. I mean, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Now, I'm not saying everything has to be 100%, but I mean, why can't I have a little bit of everything and then throw in the intimacy part? I don't know, but I need you gonna have to, I need you to do a dance and I need to see how you perform, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to be a part of that, or whether or not, I think sometimes this is the thing with me in my life. Things are so peaceful. Like it's just, things are just so peaceful that I watch other people, especially if I'm in the dating world, I'm like, I see how things are going in their lives, and I'm like, do I want to embark upon that roller coaster? I don't think I want a part of that. So then, so that's the crazy thing. It's like we can have everything in order, but there's gonna be some area that suffers, and your area seems to be the same same thing as me. So yeah, MBB said, yep, all that intact. Ani said, I think the reason we can find intimacy when we aren't together is because it's intimacy from people who aren't looking to value us, but to control us with things we can't do for ourselves. That is a very good, that's a good observation. That, yeah, maybe that's what it is. But I mean, but why? Why is that the case? And then we go back to the question that I asked earlier. So what does that mean? Does that mean that if you have all of your stuff together, that you just better be prepared to be single forever? Is that how that goes? Because that can't be the case. And out of the list, I'm looking at it like, okay, so you said you've reached your career goals, your income is fine, your external life is good, home, car, debt free, your friends, family's good. Intimacy is the thing that's lacking. So what if we could like trade in the car for you know, for hoopty and give up one of my good friends? Then can I get some intimacy? Like, what do I have to give up out of this list to get a decent amount of intimacy? So once you're together, it's not that you can't find anyone. It's because the people who can control you aren't valid. So it's a good thing the men who aren't really looking to value us are weeding themselves out. Okay, so let me ask y'all something. Since I see there are like a decent amount of single women, where do y'all go? Where do y'all go to meet men? How do y'all meet your guys? Where are you dating at? Because I think I need to level up. I need to get my dating game up, step my dating game up, because I'm not meeting what it is I desire. Now, like I said, I meet decent men. I meet awesome men, but the really, really good ones that I think I meet, they want children. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Then I'm like, well, do I have to just go on and pop one out? Man, I ain't trying to have no kids. I mean, I meet some amazing dudes. You would be like, girl, you might just go ahead and take one for the team. Because I meet some dope men. But I just don't want to have any children. So, where you said anywhere and nowhere. I don't understand that. So what does that mean? So where are they at exactly? Where are they at? You said you had your tube side. I never did. I just, you know, I said I'm not gonna do it. So that's the question of the hour. Where do we meet these men? Say my shop is closed. They always think my tubes are tight. Yeah, people often do with me as well because they look at how long it's been since I've had kids. So of course my tubes would have to be tied since, you know, I haven't had kids in decades. But no, just kind of, you know, smart in what I do. They work, just not for you. Oh my gosh, y'all, this thing has gone on so long. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up because this is, wow, 71 minutes now. We've been on this live forever. But I just want to say, y'all, make sure anyone who tuned in, make sure you comment down below in the comment section anything that y'all heard, any questions y'all have, and we definitely have to do this again. I'm about to hit this TT video or else they're gonna pull out the pitchforks on me because I'm like a week behind on TT and they want their girl, so I'm gonna give them to her. What y'all say? I said sometimes they're right in front of your face, or so I'm told. I know, right? I've been told that, and I meet some dope men. But you know, I'm gonna start posting guys up here that want kids for any of my viewers who are single and want some really good dudes, and they willing to pop out one or two. Cause I'm telling you, I'll be like, man, I really be sitting here like sitting back thinking about like maybe I should just maybe one more. I'm not doing it. But yes. He said, "Hell, stay up. I gotta go do my TT video." I had people in the comments like, "What's up with TT?" They're ready to bang on me. So you know, I'm about to hit this TT video real quick. But yes, definitely keep commenting. Go in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. And crossover doctor may be there. I actually just I just met a doctor. I met a doctor about 2 months ago, and he was really awesome, but he wanted children. Thank y'all for joining me on this live. This was fun, and I am out, y'all. Keep the comments rolling in the comment section, y'all. Have a good one.